$14,000. Not in a briefcase, not in a robbery, not in cash, but in overtime. This cop got $14,000 in overtime. And now the man who allegedly claimed it is facing 3 felony charges. The story isn't just about the money, it's about the power. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Young Rome, and I'm back with another video. Today we're not just reacting, today we're discussing some real petty craziness. So tonight we're gonna be on investigation mode. Investigation Rome on some dissecting everything that went down with this case. Because when someone sworn to enforce the law is accused of manipulating the system for personal gain, I mean, the conversation gets a little uncomfortable and weird, doesn't it? So this isn't some outrageous content. This is just a system analysis. Alright, bet. Step 1 is how trust-based systems create blind spots. Let's talk about something people don't think about. So over time, in many systems, departments rely on heavy trust. So, officers log hours, supervisors approve, payroll processes, audits happen later. But do you ever notice something? Verification is often after payment. But in reality, that's a vulnerability. So if the allegations are accurate, this suggests that the system didn't catch inconsistencies immediately. And when oversight lags behind, activity gaps form. Now the shift is psychological. Most fraud doesn't start big, it starts small. 1 hour, 1 extra hour, or 1 detail adjustment. No one will notice, and that's how the pattern begins. Bet. Let's talk about the psychology of entitlement, because some people only get into their position just to feel in charge because they never felt in charge before. So this is where it gets deeper. When someone operates inside a system long enough, comfort sets in. Of course it does. But comfort can evolve into routine can into assumption into entitlement. This is not accusing, I'm just analyzing the whole situation. What you got to realize, if someone feels or believes that oversight is minimum, then the risk feels low. And when risk feels low, then the behavior starts to shift. So opportunity plus low perception risk equals temptation. And that equation doesn't care about the job title. We're not just talking about cops right now. It applies everywhere. Corporate, government, law enforcement, influencers, every single body. But why does the $14,000 even matter? Is it even noticed? For real? But let's talk about it on a scale. It's not one day or one mistake. It's proven true that the amount implies on repetition. Repetition implies on pattern, and pattern implies on intent. So I know his intent. His intent was, who's going to find out about this? For real. I'm a cop. It's probably everything's always swept under the table anyways. Little did he know he chose the wrong department, didn't he? I want to show y'all something real quick. Bet. Let's see what the Florida officer had to say about this.
As a result of his fraudulent claims, Madsen received compensation for over 200 overtime hours.
Over 200 hours.
Resulting in his unjust enrichment of more than $14,000 in public funds. These funds were paid by a combination of the city of Jacksonville and the state of Florida FDOT grant reimbursements. The cumulative nature of Madsen's conduct demonstrates a deliberate, ongoing course of criminal behavior rather than a reflection of the administrative error or isolated accident. There's a certain amount of trust you give a police officer that has the ability to take away someone's freedom, has the ability to take away someone's life in a life-threatening situation. It's up to them to deal honestly with the public and what they're supposed to be doing.
But to clarify, these are just allegations, but the court will determine the truth. Balance keeps credibility. So, if he was a credible officer, he's probably not even going to get that much time. But one thing that officer did say at the end of that video, he said, I am glad that we exposed this. That's the biggest thing that he really wanted to expose. Alright, bet. Now we're going to talk about what this does to public trust. Even though most of us don't trust the police anyways. But when you hear that a public officer has a felony in the same sentence, that it sounds crazy. Law enforcement is supposed to operate off of perceived legitimacy. Sorry, bro. I be stuttering. If citizens believe that integrity exists, then cooperation increases, communication, community engagement improves, compliance improves. When the belief of feeling safe and thinking that the police aren't criminals erodes, then everything becomes harder. So this isn't just about money, it's about the credibility. And credibility is the one cracked and spreads. This cop got exposed. But if this went unnoticed, $14,000, like, if it went unnoticed, what would have changed? Was it a random audit that caught this? Like an internal software? Like somebody tipped him off? How did he get caught? Because what they didn't tell us is the detection method, and the detection method tells you how secure their system actually is. And here's how to investigate it from a different angle. If detection was reactive instead of proactive, that suggests systematic vulnerability. It probably was one of his buddies that wanted some of the money, thought he was going to get some money, or I think he got caught because, like, how can you just put in random overtime? That's like if I go to my job right now and just put in random overtime. It would be suspicious. Like, where is it coming from? So now that boy got 3 felonies to fight. Even though it's not going to be hard, he probably will get out of jail. And honestly, it's not going to fix him being, like, malicious and stuff. It's just a criminal prosecution. Felony charges just send a message. Felony charges do send a message, though. It suggests that oversight do exist and there's a line. But it also signals that oversight wasn't immediate. Power carries weight, and do you think if it wasn't for this much amount, he would have got caught? When responsibility slips, consequences escalate. Alright, but the bigger truth is, every intuition you should trust. But how can we trust all of these, like, police departments and corporations and banks and city governments when they're all evil? So I know my last sentence kind of really didn't make sense, but trust your intuition. But the question isn't whether that the corruption can happen. The question is, how quickly can it get detected? Or how transparently is it handled? How consistently is it prosecuted? But that's how trust is rebuilt. Not by silence, not by outrage, but by accountability. So I really like how that cop is holding his police department accountable. So my question is, how many other officers are doing this? Or how many other places are doing this and no one even is finding out about stuff like this? It's crazy to know that you're supposed to be a cop handling business out here protecting lives and you're stealing overtime. And like they said, it was the city dollars. They said it was our dollars. Our dollars. Like, what? I don't understand it. I would never get it, man. I would never understand it. I feel like at one point in time, every young boy wanted to be a cop. But I didn't want to be a cop that was out here doing this type of stuff. Or killing or anything like that. I only want to be a cop to, like, take down bad guys and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth. But look, if you like the new type of style, if you like the new videos, please drop a like, drop a subscribe. It's your boy Young Rome. I've been doing my thing. And like I said, quality over quantity this year, boy. And look, I haven't read my outro in a long time, so I'm going to give it to y'all. It's your boy Young Rome, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.
What I do, I'm the living truth, the living proof. You could be whatever. Never wanted fame, I wanted racks. Always wanted cheddar. You could try and steal my swag, but I'm always